Okay, we were talking about adding shots. I don't know why, but it's a good place to start. Welcome back to the Full Court Press podcast. I'm Dheeraj, Aaron to my right, Adu below us because he's shorter than us. And yes, in this podcast we will review the Champions League semi-final and also look ahead to the blockbuster final between PSG and Bayern Munich. It's a final we all uh, expected to a certain extent, but it's one that we're all really looking forward to. And so, first of all, looking back at our predictions, we were all pretty close. We all predicted a Bayern win, but I think Adu got his right. He
Bang.
predicted a 3-0 win. Adam predicted 3-1, so he's pretty close. I thought Bayern would dominate the game completely, which was the case to
Which
some
was
extent,
again,
but
Yeah,
Lyon
I
didn't
know, but
have their chances, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Uh, but before we get started on analyzing the game itself, I think we should talk about Serge Gnabry, who was absolutely incredible yesterday. He scored two
Been on
goals.
a tear this entire UCL season, man.
Absolutely, he's been on a tear, as Adwaita said. Scored two goals, including the first goal, which was an absolute banger, cutting in on his left foot from outside the box, his wrong foot, and hitting it into the top left corner. It was Iron Robin-esque, you know. That's what Adam was telling me when we were talking about this earlier, and he was absolutely incredible this game. Uh, Ex-Arsenal player, guys, played for your club. Why do you think that his true colors are only showing out when he's wearing the red of Bayern Munich and not the red of Arsenal?
It's kind of sad you said that, bro. But uh, I'm just gonna point out to what Aaron said. I think he's made it a point to be in tip-top physical shape.
Mhm.
That being said, he's not. I think he's played carefully in the sense that he doesn't injure himself. So he's played pretty cautiously while being absolutely dominant on the field. I think he's taking care of his body. He looks healthier. He looks stronger. He looks much bigger than who he was when he was at
Mhm.
Arsenal. So
Yep.
I think he's done the little things that I think every sportsman should do to bring out their best abilities.
Yep. True. Aaron, thoughts?
yeah, I mean, for him, like I said before, I think it was more of a question of fitness rather than talent. I think at Arsenal he demonstrated what he had on and off. It was never consistent, and the injuries he had only hampered his progress here at Arsenal. So, I think that selling him was something that we didn't want to do, but we had to because we realized that there might be a scenario wherein he wouldn't fulfill his potential. And
Yeah.
he's only gone on to become more fit and playing in a league where he's adapted to whatever's going on around him. I think he's had the ability to showcase his true talent, and since he's actually nailed down his spot in that Bayern lineup, I think he's realized what he has to do to become better, and he's been able to understand his role within that Bayern squad. And whenever you have a clearer picture of what you're doing within whichever squad you're part of, you automatically become better. And I
Yeah,
think
I think it also
he's
helps
only
that.
going to get better. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I think it also helps that he's. I mean, no offense, like I'm not throwing shade at Arsenal or whatever, but I'm just saying it helps that when you surround yourself with top players in their respective positions in the entire of Europe, it'll definitely it'll definitely be a positive for
No,
you.
but
So I
even
mean,
at
It'll
Arsenal
make
when
you
he
better,
was
and it'll also force you to become better as well.
exactly, yeah.
Whenever you see better
So
people
it'll
around
force him
you.
to work harder at whatever he does. Yeah,
But in
Yeah.
I mean, I would counter that by saying that at Arsenal, he had probably two of the best attackers in the world at the time, in Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez. You know,
yeah.
but as Aaron said, I think it was more a question of fitness and maybe him having the confidence to
Yeah,
play
confidence
aggressive
is key.
and
Whenever
show
you're
out.
fit, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that now we can see that confidence. Even if you see his body physically, he's really grown. He's become much stronger. He has the ability to uh, not just run past player because of his pace, but also push off some tackles because he is quite strong now.
Yeah.
And
I think he knows his game in and out. So he knows his strengths and weaknesses and he's able to adapt.
yep, I
That's
think
what's made
he's
him.
a top player. He's a top player. The one thing I don't like about him is his mustache. Like, dude, just shave it off. Like, come on, just go clean shaven
Yeah.
instead of keeping the mustache on.
It's the German style, mate.
Come on, man. It's not the German
If
style. I
if
haven't
you
seen.
if
There are
you
no other
went to
Germans.
Germany and you didn't have a mustache, mate,
But
just
there are
don't you don't
no
belong
other.
there.
Come on, Alan. There are
We are,
no other Germans with that
we are
mustache,
countries
man.
where we all
Come
grow
on.
Which is
mustaches.
why he's unique.
Oh,
But
come
also
on.
there are people in Germany who rock sick mustaches, man.
Yeah.
You
No, if
might be
Bayern win,
right. But Gnabry,
if
you can
Bayern
shave
win,
it off. Come on,
we
dude,
should do
please.
the episode where we all have
I think it
mustache.
looks good, man.
Again, I do not like it. So please shave it off. If you ever do watch
Also,
this.
if you want to know why he's so good, I think as a video by the Bundesliga channel talking about how he's become so good and how he's progressed within that Bayern squad. I do recommend checking it out, and I hope the Bundesliga actually recognizes us soon,
Yeah,
please.
Bundesliga, shout out to
But
you. Great league. Uh,
yeah,
Great league. And yeah, the channel does put out some great videos analyzing how the top players do their work.
different players. Yeah,
For example, Man United target, but it's not going to happen. Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, players
I think
that
it'll
sort,
happen.
players of that sort who could have joined Manchester United, but it's just not doesn't. Okay. I'm just getting depressed all over again. Coming back, we will have a transfer episode out for you guys where we rate, like the likelihood of transfers happening, but not now. Now we're here to review the Champions League semi-final. Guys, Bayern, Lyon, we expected a very one-sided game, but really it wasn't that one-sided. I think Lyon had their chances to score, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right before the Gnabry goal, I think their striker, what do you say? Toko something, right? He
No,
hit the
it was,
post.
Toko Ekambi.
Yeah, Toko Ekambi hit the post and then Gnabry smashed it in with his left foot.
I think that was when. Okay,
Yeah.
but Toko Ekambi did hit the post, and Memphis Depay had a great one-on-one chance, but he hit it into the side netting. Toko Ekambi had a couple of chances, which he could have capitalized on, but then Manuel Neuer was very good in goal. I mean, as he always has been, he's a legendary goalkeeper. But I think Lyon had their chances. They can't complain about the loss, but they defended decently well. They conceded one superb goal. The header by Lewandowski was, he was marked well, but
Incredible.
I think that was Lewandowski's athleticism.
He placed it beautifully. I don't think he could have placed the header better.
Yeah, I think that was his athleticism and his physical ability just, showing himself. I don't think the marking was bad because the man was on him, but I think Lewandowski.
Also Bayern set pieces are so good. Like
Yeah,
they've practiced that. You can see that they've practiced like
they
a
find
lot
a
of
way to
different
make it work.
scenarios.
They have such great free kick takers. So they play like Joshua Kimmich. They have David Alaba. They have Serge Gnabry can also take free kicks from time to time. They have Thiago who can take free kicks. Lewandowski as well. They have great free kick takers.
Half the
They
team,
also,
probably even Neuer.
yeah,
He's
who
just
knows?
sitting
Maybe.
there in goalkeeper, mate.
And you also have good physical players who can score from, the set pieces like Lewandowski, like even Perisic is good in the air. You have Goretzka. Muller isn't good. We know his physical ability, but he finds a way to position himself in such a way that those rebound goals of the goalkeepers, those second chances, that's what Muller specializes in. You just
It was also like one set piece where I think
the
Thiago
free kick
dinked it
was the
above the
early free
wall.
kick, wasn't it? Yeah, where Muller almost he got the shot on target, but Lopez saved it. But again, that's Muller's ability, getting into the right place in the right time, and he's the best we've ever seen at doing that. Sorry. And Lyon. I think Lyon played reasonably well. They played up, maybe not up to their potential, but I think the midfield is good. They have those, they have those three really young, really good midfielders in Guimaraes, Awar, and Kakare, who are all very good. On the day, obviously, Bayern's midfield of Goretzka, Thiago, and Muller. It outdid them because they were just
Experienced also.
speaking, more experienced, better players.
Yeah.
But
I think experience played a huge role in this game.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, those chances that they could have had, that they could have put away, they missed. And I think experience won and composure, right? So not many of Lyon's players have actually been to this stage. So I think it was definitely the nerves that caught up to them.
Yep, you're right. But I think these players have extremely bright futures. You talk about Kakare, Awar, Guimaraes, even Depay, even though he's 25.
Did you see that? Apparently there was this, I saw a video on Instagram of this one pass that Awar made to, I forget who. It was a perfect pass.
Awar had a great game yesterday. He was getting up and down pretty well. His passing was on point, but again, they were just outdone by Bayern's players.
Yeah.
And those moments.
I thought he became much better in the second half. It was in the first half. I thought the other guy, Kakre, He
Yeah.
played really well.
I think Kakare is one of those.
And he's much younger, actually. I think he's 20.
He's around 20, yeah, and he's one of those players where you don't see, uh, you don't recognize his potential and his talent when you watch the game from afar. But when you watch him specifically, and you watch him closely, you see that stamina, that technical ability, that tenacity to run, press, and defend. He's able to do all those things really well, and I think he's a
Yeah.
special talent. He'd be a great player for the top European teams in the future.
Yeah.
Again, I
Correct.
think
I think
yeah,
we should compliment Leon because they've been producing so many good central midfielders over the past few years.
yeah,
Yeah.
Last year they sold Ndomble for
Yeah.
60 million, I think. He
something
was
like that.
their most talented midfielder
Yeah.
And
back
now,
then. And then within a year they have a new midfield which is honestly
forward.
equally as good, probably equally as
Yeah,
talented.
Lyon has this rich history of producing great players. You look back, you think Benzema, Pjanic, Umtiti, Lacazette.
Yeah.
They have these great players that they produce. Even I'm not sure, but I think even uh, my number 9, Anthony Martial, was blooded
Monaco, no?
in the Lyon Academy. I think he was moved to Monaco. I'm not sure about this. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think this is the case. But they really have this history of producing great talent.
Even didn't Tolisso also come from Lyon?
Yeah, Tolisso as well.
Bayern now,
Tolisso as well.
yeah.
And
They also they brought on, I think at the 70th minute or something, they brought on this 16 or 17-year-old
yeah, they have this kid.
who looked insane.
I forget his name. I forget
Ryan
his name.
Cherky, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But they say, there are reports saying he's the next.
Yeah, Ryan Cherky. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Cherky. They're saying he's the next
Man,
big thing
Leo.
in football, the next Mbappe. They're saying he's something of that sort, like a wonderful player. We'll see whether he fulfills his potential. But one thing's for sure. Number one, congratulations to Lyon for making it to the semi-final. They've done a wonderful job. They've beaten Ronaldo's Juventus and Pep's Man City on the way, which is no mean feat. They were absolutely outstanding. And I think that
Yeah.
compliments.
And they deserve to win both those matches.
Yeah, they deserve
It
to.
wasn't like they scraped past.
It was no luck. There was no luck involved in those situations. I think Lyon deserved it. Compliments to Rudy Garcia, Lyon's coach, for doing an excellent job with the young team that he has on his hands. And I think this team has talent, and we'll be seeing these players at the top of European football in the next few years and for the foreseeable future as well. Lyon, a great side, a great team that did extremely well, good coaching. But I think this game is all about Bayern Munich. And guys, I don't understand how Bayern's players have the kind of stamina required to press for 90 minutes. They did not let up for a single minute. It was like a replay of the game against Barcelona that they played. The relentlessly, like Alphonso Davies, outstanding player. He's got dribbling ability. He's strong. He's extremely fast. By the way, that Kylian Mbappe Alphonso Davies matchup, I can't wait to see.
Dude, I think we'll come to that because I have to say something about it.
Yeah,
We'll come back.
but Alphonso Davies, at one moment, Alphonso Davies plays at left back, right? At one moment, he was pressing the goalkeeper, and Perisic was dropping back into playing left back. I mean, the energy these players have, and the kind of defensive rotations that they have to switch positions in case one player has to press.
And player versatility.
Versatility, exactly. They have players that can switch positions and play in different positions.
Right back can play like 4 different positions, dude. It's crazy.
I think Kimmich is just a special.
The next Lahm.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane.
I think he was the next Lahm. Now he is Lahm. He is playing that role. Kimmich is playing that role that Lahm played. No, I mean now he is that player that Lahm was. He's playing that role that Lahm played, and he's brilliant technical ability, a good defender, and just the stamina of these players is outstanding, guys. What do you think? Like the physical attributes is just, it's incredible that they have the mentality, number one, and also the physical ability, number two, to run for 90 minutes. Although Lyon outran them yesterday by a couple of kilometers, I think. And Lyon's a great running team as well. But Bayern, game after game, they seem to just outrun their opponents.
Yeah. Dude, I think physically it's not much of a matchup, dude. I think their whole mentality is to stay game fit every single time, right? So they take nowadays like players from every single sport have taken fitness very, very seriously. And I think the more you do that, I think it shows in your game. I think it transforms your game completely, and I think that's how Bayern has the edge. I think they're physically more fit than any team that I've seen so far play in the
Yep.
Champions League this year.
It's incredible, you know, and it's not just the physical ability, but the desire, you know, the desire, the hunger to keep pushing. Once you're 3-0 up, in the 90th minute, they were pressing the Leon close to their own penalty box. It was something I'd never seen that kind of desire
Yeah,
and hunger
exactly.
before from a football team. You know, I mean, the ability is incredible as well, but I think this is what puts them over the top. You know, and the coaching is obviously incredible from Hansi Flick. He's come in and changed everything. I mean, they weren't even top
Yeah.
of their own league when they came in. Leipzig wasn't top of the Bundesliga, but he came in, turned things around, won the cup, won the league, and they have a chance to complete a historic treble for the second time in the last 10 years. You know, and I think Bayern just. I think they are the favorites. What do you guys think? You think Bayern are the
Yeah,
favorite?
yeah. I think so.
I
But
think
just I think the
Honestly,
one
honestly, I don't think that matters. To be fair, in a final, um, especially in a final, like I don't think you being the better team in a final does not matter. They
matters.
are the favorites. Don't get me
I
wrong.
think
They are the
it's the
favorites. They are the better
intangibles that
team also.
yeah.
But I feel like PSG is the kind of squad who can pull off that one match upset.
yep. And okay,
Because
guys,
it's
But
just
that's
one.
I want to talk more about Bayern because I
yep.
mean,
Go ahead.
you talk about the fitness, right? Because again, pressing fitness, that's especially important in all these
Mhm.
squads. I was just impressed by the amount of times their center backs and Thiago pinged the ball past the entire defense of Lyon
Mm-hmm.
to like a winger or striker. Like
Yeah.
that's ideally what Pep wants right now, right? Or any manager wants.
Yeah.
A center
Yeah,
back
I
partnership
mean,
who can actually play the long ball, and there's just too much on-ball quality from the defense itself, and I can't pinpoint a
Darwin.
weakness from the Bayern squad, apart from the fact that playing a high line could expose them to a team like PSG.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
Yeah.
only
what
thing I can
They can
actually
that's
counter
think
what
it.
of.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking as well. And I think that's the review of the semi-final. And now we're gonna look forward to the final of the Champions League. Guys, we just talked about the high line. Bayern play the highest line in European football,
Yeah.
the highest defensive line, and one of the highest lines I've ever seen. And I think if there's any team that is set up to exploit it, apart from Manchester United, go Reds.
PSG.
There is one team, and that's PSG, isn't it? I mean, with the pace, the quality, technical ability of Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria,
Maria.
there's no better matchup, is there?
Yeah.
I think it'll be extremely important for PSG to get the first goal. If they can lead, it will help them tremendously because again, with PSG, what we've seen is I think Thomas Tuchel likes to have a more defensive midfield, and
Mm-hmm.
getting Verratti back would help him a lot because I think his defense will remain the same.
And
His
I mean,
midfield will
one more
probably
thing,
be
PSG might probably have Keylor Navas back as well.
Yeah.
One of the best goalkeepers in the world.
yeah,
I think that'd be a big
yeah.
deal.
Again, that's big.
That's gonna
Obviously,
help them.
their midfield would be Marquinhos, Verratti, and Paredes,
Either
right?
Yeah.
Herrera or Paredes, one of the two. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Herrera
Yeah.
should play this. I think Herrera is. I think
I
his
I mean,
his, his marking
either
ability
way, I
is
think they both play the same role within that
fine.
squad,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
But Paredes is a player,
they
I think, of superior technical quality, who might not have, the physical attributes that Herrera has. But I think in this game, I think they should go with Herrera, if I'm being honest.
Paredes.
Yeah.
I think they should play Paredes.
Why? Okay, let's talk about this. Why do you think they should play Paredes and not Herrera?
Because um okay, fine. I'm gonna push it back to you. Why do you want Herrera? What do
I
you think
think
he
that
has
I
over
think
Paredes
I
in
think
this game especially?
I think playing against Bayern, your ability, the most important, the best thing that they do is run. They run, they press. Those are things that they do best. And I think to counter that, you need someone who can almost keep when they have the ball, they can keep Bayern on their feet. And Herrera is that player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where he can almost get players to lose the ball without touching the ball itself.
He's
By,
insane stamina, dude. He's relentless.
Exactly, the kind of stamina he possesses. Although Paredes is a superior technical quality, and I do get your point, where where a team is being pressed, they do need that technical quality and that vision to play out from the back as PSG do.
Yeah.
But I think that defensively speaking, I think Herrera is too important
His
for them.
ability, yeah, exactly. His ability to man mark is I don't think it's second to none in that PSG team, right? So I
Yeah,
think
and
if he
although I don't think he'll man mark in this game specifically, although he's one of the best, I mean, I've ever seen do that in the
but he's
one
shown
game.
signs of it even in
The one game.
United, dude.
I mean, for me, that one game where he man marked Eden Hazard under
Oh
Mourinho
God,
and
that
we
was
won the game
crazy.
2-0. People are saying that Hazard woke up the next day and he saw Herrera on his bed next to him. That's the kind of man marking. That's the kind of man mark that. That's the kind of player Herrera is. You know,
Yeah,
he plays with a badge. He's got that kind of desire and hunger that you want from a midfielder, from a player on your team. He's a player. He's a warrior. He's a fighter. He's the kind of player you hate to play against and love to play with. And I think the seed of doubt that he can, and he has got decent technical ability. I think. Uh,
yeah.
maybe
He's
not
a
as
really
good
good
as
passer, willing passer.
maybe not as good as Paredes, but pretty good also. But I think that in terms of their defensive capabilities and the seed of doubt they plant in the opposition's mind, I think Herrera is superior to Paredes
In
uh,
that regard, yeah.
in that regard. Yeah.
I mean, I think whatever you mentioned is right. I think you definitely don't know more about Herrera than both of us, which is why I asked the question to you. But then again, defensively, I think if they want to line up in a more defensive formation or playing style, do you think they should play Idrissa Gueye over Herrera? Because
See,
he
I
is
don't know
the
about
more
Idrissa
better
Gueye.
defensive player.
I don't know about Idrissa Gueye because they have a sitting midfielder
In
in
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos, who's really a
Marquinhos.
centre back, isn't he? But he's got good
Yeah,
technical ability, so he can play in a sitting midfield role. And you're probably going to have Verratti back, who's also excellent technically and a very good defensive player. And I think next that you need to have a player who can also get the ball forward, but is also good defensively, you know. And I think
Yeah.
Idrissa Gueye is too defensive man. He's like N'Golo Kante in that sense. I can't really appreciate his technical quality. He's the kind of pivot around which he should be playing Marquinhos' role, but Marquinhos plays that role better than him. So I don't think he should be playing that game because of his lack of proper technical ability. I mean, he's excellent tackler and defender, but I do believe that either Andre Herrera or Paredes are better options. I'd go for Herrera, but even if they go for Paredes, I can't complain. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the way I see it is that I think he might have to go more defensive with his midfield and just hope that those three get past whoever they
Their
faced
Bayern
against.
defense.
Because
Yeah,
because Bayern's attack and Bayern's superior in the midfield and defense.
Mhm.
We all know that for sure.
Yeah.
The attack on that day is debatable. Bayern is more consistent, but
PSG has more potential.
I wouldn't be surprised if Neymar, especially Neymar playing in a free roaming false nine position,
Yeah.
he can easily suck in defenders and spray the ball to Mbappe. So I just think it's the perfect matchup because PSG would like to play against a team who plays at the high line, even though Bayern is
I think
amazingly good with the way they play.
I think that's the
Yeah.
big question, guys. With PSG's capability and pace and quality in the front three to exploit that highlight, do you think Bayern should actually consider changing up with the way they play defensively?
No, saying that no, because Bayern like again this is I don't think you want to follow a route which Pep followed because this is the problem with with big
The only
managers,
thing I would
right?
say is in theory, yeah, it might look good, right? But in practicality, if you haven't played with it for a long time, then you wouldn't want to switch it when the stakes are so high and you can potentially win
Yeah,
the
yeah,
UCL final. So changing it would
yeah.
actually be
Because
more detrimental than pressing at a
I
high line
think
because it's been working for them.
yeah, exactly. Like in a
And
final, right? See, the thing
I
is,
think the only chance it can go wrong is, let's say they press too high and they get unlucky. Because I think Bayern have the quality to get back on defense even if they
But we've
just
clearly
have the
seen that.
quality to
But
get back
we've
on
clearly
defense.
seen that they give away a lot of chances.
exactly,
In
yeah,
that regard,
yeah.
because of the high line they play, and Leon don't have the pace up front that PSG have. Barely
Yeah.
any teams have the pace up front that PSG have. Maybe United have the pace up front that PSG have that I can think of. Liverpool maybe in terms of Salah and Mane.
No,
Uh,
I don't think United even United don't have the pace.
I mean, come on.
Martial and Rashford do.
Martial, Rashford,
Yeah,
Griezmann, absolutely
but
rapid.
Neymar and Mbappe.
Oh yeah. No, but I think
Mbappe is
Rashford
faster than
possibly
both of
do,
them
right?
easily.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
but I don't
get it.
think
But then in terms of Di Maria on the right wing, he's not as quick again, but he does possess that technical ability to fall in behind.
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then
Again, if you talk about,
yeah,
okay, we're kind of getting beside ourselves talking about Man United, although I'd love to do that at some point. But getting back to the point, Bayern's high press and their high line can be exploited. But the question
Yeah.
is, will PSG do it? With all their ability, guys, who do you think is the most important player on in this game? Who will decide this game?
It
Because for
should be
me,
Neymar.
yeah,
It has
I
to
exactly.
be
think
Neymar.
Neymar is
I have
going to
the
orchestrate.
exact same
He's
answer.
been their most important player
He
throughout,
has to,
and this
he
is
has
the
to
game
find
where
his.
he can actually show his quality.
Yeah.
I think this. I mean, I'm almost getting goosebumps thinking about it. This is Neymar's chance to put himself in that Messi Ronaldo category,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to
100%.
put himself in that
This
category.
this match validates his move.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
so big
Yeah.
for him.
Exactly. I was just going to bring
So
that
big
point up.
for him.
If PSG wins this match, I think Neymar's legacy as one of the top three footballers in the world will be cemented because we've seen his
Cemented. Yeah.
quality for years. We've seen his ability, but this is the first time, and this is the first time, guys, I've seen that hunger, that desire to be the man on the team, to be the leader, to be the player, and to accept the responsibility of being the player on the team that can win the game winner.
But then again, with that being said, I think Neymar really has to find his footing against Bayern, dude.
Yeah,
Because when
I
those
think
chances,
he cannot afford to have a bad finishing game,
he
can he?
can't afford to miss those chances like Leon missed those chances. Because I know PSG will, in fact, create more chances because they have more pace than Leon. He has to make it count. Because according to me, I think they should switch, like we said that day, right? They should switch wing backs. I think Alfonso Davies should guard Mbappe because I don't know if Kimmich can physically keep up with Mbappe.
I think that
But I don't think they'll do that because offensively,
yeah,
it's
offensive. I don't think
possible to
they'll do
play
that. It's
Davies
something.
on the right.
Yeah, it's something to consider for sure, but it doesn't make as much sense because Kimmich does have the defensive ability to keep up with uh, Mbappe's pace. Although maybe he's not as quick for sure, but he's an excellent defender, very smart player, and I think his
Yeah,
positioning could help him, keep up with Mbappe, especially on the counter
yeah,
attack.
yeah.
Uh, and one more thing,
But
I
it'd just
think
be, as a fan, it would be fun to see that though.
it would wonder Davies versus Mbappe. I think maybe on the counter attack, maybe when PSG are on the counter attack, that's something that Flick might consider wanting to do. Just almost like a man mark between Davies and Mbappe. I don't know
Hmm.
whether he'd do it, but
But I don't think,
it's something to
yeah, I
consider.
just don't think that'll happen unless PSG switch their wingers. I don't think Bayern will voluntarily switch their fullbacks. They
Yeah,
wouldn't because
No, but probably not.
Davies is so good on the left.
But I think that
Like,
when the team is out of shape while they're running back on defense and PSG are on the counter attack, I think then Davies going to get Mbappe. I mean, if there's no man close to Mbappe already, would be
if
the
yeah,
ideal
it's just
solution, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's something to consider. But again, I hope
It's
Hansi
not
Flick
too
doesn't make the same
easy,
mistake
yeah.
that Pep does because I personally want to see an open attacking game, which I think we will see if both teams play with their identity. The one thing I'm worried about though is that PSG like to play out from the back, and
Yeah,
with Bayern's
they can get
press,
caught up. They can get caught out. That's the problem.
do their central defenders. I think we know that Verratti has the ability to play out from that defensive and midfield area.
Yeah,
Marquinhos maybe not as he's not as good, but he can do that. And whether you go with Herrera or Paredes, I think they also have the capability. But when you think about the defenders, you have Kimpembe, Juan Bernat, Kerr, and Thiago Silva. Do you think they
yeah.
have that ability to technical ability to keep up with the high press?
Mm,
I mean, I get it. It's a tough one to consider, isn't it? Because you're not really sure about
yeah.
because they haven't been challenged. The defense hasn't been challenged by a team that
Hasn't
presses
been
high,
challenged yet.
have they? No. Maybe Dortmund a little bit, and they struggled a bit in the first leg, but they managed to come out on top in the second leg. But to Bayern's extent, we don't know. But I think that Thomas Tuchel is too smart of
I
a
think on
coach to not be able to
on a
figure it out.
given night, if it's their night, they definitely can. I think their defense has the technical ability to pull it off. My only worry is that Bayern's attackers are full of energy and extremely young, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to the relatively old, inexperienced defensive piece. They're experienced, don't get me wrong,
I mean,
but I think
Kerr and Kipembe are quite young, but Thiago
quite
Silva
young.
and Bernat, yeah.
Yeah, so there could be potential areas where Bayern could exploit. but I don't think it's something to worry about because I think their experience will help them uh, defend against them.
Okay, so I think
But if I'm being honest, I think. Do you think PSG should actually play out from the back? Because I feel. Because
No.
see, the reason why I'm saying that is because
yeah, I know
I'm going
exactly what
to
you mean. If they
compare
could
this
play
to a match. I'm going to compare this to a match, right?
Barcelona
I'm sure
match.
you guys might have watched. No, not even that. You watched Arsenal versus Chelsea, right?
Yeah,
Did
uh,
both of you watch Arsenal versus Chelsea?
which season?
yeah. FA Cup
The
or
FA
what?
Cup final.
Oh
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So normally Arteta likes playing out from the back, right? That's what
Yep.
he's learned from Pep, and that's what he wants to do. But against Chelsea, what we ended up doing is we would pass the ball to David Luiz or Tierney or whoever, and we would constantly look
For
on
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang's side, play
Obama
the long
blocked
ball
that Yang.
Over Aspie. And I
And he
think
was just not.
they should do a similar thing with Mbappe because think about the left side, right? I think he'll be against Kimmich and Boateng, and both of them aren't as fast as what you would
As
like.
Mbappe. Yes.
Alaba and Davies is much more faster.
Mhm.
That might be an option for them because Mbappe is extremely fast, and playing out from the back against a team like Bayern is
Yeah, but
I don't know.
then
I mean,
again,
Barcelona did that, and we all know what happened to Barcelona.
yeah, that's true.
Exactly, yeah. So like
But
they made Barcelona look bad in passing again.
we have to see if Tuchel has a kind of tactical know that. See, again, I'm a United fan, but I absolutely love Mikel Arteta. I think he's a top manager. We have to see whether Tuchel has that same tactical know and the ability to understand how to counter Bayern's
Understand
press
matchups.
and
Yeah.
matchups as well. Yeah, you're right. Uh, I believe in Tuchel. He's an amazing coach. Uh, and now, if you're going to get into predictions, which I think we should
Predictions.
do
Yeah.
now,
That's really
my head says Bayern, but I'm going to go with my heart that says Neymar puts himself in that category with Ronaldo and Messi, and PSG win 2-1. Guys,
Also, one thing to mention: if PSG wins this, Mbappe is practically completed
Yeah,
football.
Mbappe has practically won it all.
but I accept the
Think
European
about
Championships,
that.
and that could happen next year. With the strength of
Yeah.
France's
Yeah,
league.
but the World Cup is bigger, and you'd
World
rather win the
Cup.
World
You're
Cup than
right.
the Euros. Yeah.
You're right,
You
but
Champions League, domestic cup,
At the
league,
age of 22,
and he's
accomplishing
22.
everything he's done.
I mean the kind of
Yeah.
ability he has, we all knew would happen at one point.
Also, I wanted to bring up another point. I think doesn't Lewandowski have the chance to break Ronaldo's single season
Yep, but he
record?
hasn't scored a hat trick.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
scores a hat trick, he breaks it, right?
Yep, and one more thing. Again, I've given my prediction 2-1 PSG. Neymar to score one, and I think Mbappe will score one. Uh, Again, it's tough for me to go with my heart over my head for this, but I really believe that Neymar can get it done. And one more thing, guys. Thiago Silva, PSG club legend, club captain, probably the one of the most important players they've ever had. His last game for the club tomorrow.
Last
Do you guys
game.
have any
Yeah.
thoughts? I mean, the rumors he's been offered to Arsenal and Chelsea. Let's see where he ends up going. But guys, any
We
thoughts on
can't
Thiago
keep buying
Silva?
old centre backs, dude. We can't.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
I don't think.
please.
Can't keep
And he
buying
would
Brazilian
cost a
centre
lot.
backs.
He would cost so much.
Oh no, but he's leaving on a
Oh
free.
my god.
Oh, he's
No, but
even
he
on
would his wages.
Yeah, you're right. You're
his
right.
wages cost a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but guys, thoughts on Thiago Silva and what he's meant to PSG?
Club captain.
Yeah.
He's been there starting centre back. That's probably the first name on a team sheet for like the last
For the last
9-10
5
years.
Yeah, that's
I,
how long.
I,
he's
don't,
been
I don't
there.
even know. I don't even know. But then
He's been the core of
Yeah.
their defense, dude. He saved them so
Bra-
many times.
Brazil's captain, PSG's captain. I mean, nothing much more to say. I hope he ends. I hope he has something to show
hope it-
for it after it all. But
Yep.
then
I don't
know.
see PSG making it past Bayern. I think I predict Bayern would win 2-1. Actually,
Aaron?
I'd say the same exact score as you, just the opposite.
Aaron?
I don't know. See, there's so many things to consider, right? Think about this. I don't think Bayern's actually faced a good squad so far, in my opinion. No one's actually either that or Bayern have
I
been
mean,
just
they
that
did play.
dominant.
They did play the Spurs team that made the Champions League final last year.
Yeah,
didn't they?
and they
But
And once-
Spurs this season,
and won 7-2.
Spurs this season were nothing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
so
You're right.
like, it's weird because Bayern have been so dominant in each match, and I'm a Brazil fan. I do want Neymar to win. but oh man,
Oh, go for it, bro. Just say it. I'm just saying Bayern. Bayern has
I'm
on,
going for
Ron.
Bayern. I'm going for
Bayern,
PSG actually. I'm going for PSG.
PSG, who scoreline?
Oh, what?
Underdogs.
Who against? But I'm just saying Bayern has dominated every single team they
Yeah,
faced.
I
so
think
far.
I think it'll be a 2-2 overtime, extra time. Sorry, and I
overtime.
think and I think you
I
know
think
what
I
they'll
think
score for
Bayern win
them.
on penalties.
Imagine if Thiago Silva scores the winner.
That'd be amazing.
Oh,
Three to
didn't he
3 to
do
PSG.
something like that though?
I'm
Then
saying
he
it.
then he
3-2 PSG. Oh my God. But I think what I think we can all agree upon is going to be a wonderful game to watch. Two teams with excellent attacks, great coaches, very good midfield, and very good defense. It's going to be a wonderful game to watch. And guys, before we go, I just want to quickly get your revised predictions for Lakers, Blazers, and Mavs, Clippers. Because we seem to have already
No,
set
my
out.
predictions for the Mavs Clippers haven't changed. I think the Clippers will take it in 5. I still think the Clippers will take it in 5.
Clippers take it in 5.
Yeah, bro. I have
Oh
faith in
my!
PG.
And Blazers,
I'm
Lakers.
just sad because I think the Mavs have been better over the two games. And
Yeah,
if
they
Porzingis
deserve to.
wasn't
I
ejected,
think.
it
Wait,
would be
one
two
second.
I
zero.
was
I have to
I
talk
was
about that
I was
ejection. We
watching
have
the
to talk
I
about
was
that
watching the
ejection.
Mavs Clippers yesterday.
No, but not for this episode, right? Do you want to talk about it now or like
Just quickly to
this is
end
the
it up.
football episode?
No,
Just
but
quick.
just quickly to conclude, Porzingis' ejection was absolute crap. The referees, what were they thinking? I don't understand when a
But to
player
be
comes to
fair,
defend his teammate and just puts his hands on the guy. Doesn't do anything, just doesn't even push him. He just puts his hand and starts
that
shouting
was
at him.
stupid.
And he gets ejected for that. That's absolutely ridiculous. I think that the
Yeah.
referees really need to take a hard look in the mirror. Adam Silver needs to have a look at this and talk to the referees and the head
And
of the
need
refereeing association.
playoff officiating, dude.
Because
Playoffs officiating has been a problem for the last 2-3 years.
yeah,
And it's not.
exactly. And the Mavericks were on track to win that game. They'd be up 2. They could have been up 2-0 now.
But I also want to make one small point that Luca got every single small foul his way, dude. Little bit of contact, and it was called for foul.
But
And
I
he
think
shot
that's
so many free
yeah.
throws
But I
against
think
the
a small foul is also foul, isn't it?
dude. But it wasn't. It was barely. Man, he barely touched the ball, dude. It was. I mean, barely
The
touched.
same
the
thing
ball.
happens for Harden though.
Yeah, I think he
Just
didn't have
saying.
a no. But I think that was just blatant. I think it was ridiculous.
No, but
Aaron,
Harden's fouls are great. Like he hits the one play. Harden's foul is intentional. He hits
yeah,
the
obviously.
defender.
Okay, Aaron, Mavs Clippers
I
predictions.
think I said Clips in 5. I'm still gonna say Clips in 6 now. Because I think the Mavs will take one more game. Lakers, Blazers, I said Lakers in 6. I'm gonna
Lakers.
stick to it. I'm gonna
If
stick
the
to it.
Lakers
Hopefully,
continue shooting like how
the
they
match is
shoot,
gonna happen in 1 hour. We'll see after that what happens. Because I think we'll
but
have a much better
no,
idea
I'm
how.
giving my predictions for the Lakers Blazers based on today's game. Today's game is a very pivotal game.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
got
one thing I want to say, and this you'll be happy with the Dodge. This is the season where a team like the Lakers, Clippers, or maybe the Bucks, I think they have a much lower chance of winning because we're seeing teams like the Rockets and Celtics.
and come on, the Celtics are absolutely dominating the series
They're
against the
playing
76ers. I'm
they're
loving
playing
it.
up to their potential, and the Lakers and Clippers aren't playing well. Let's
Yeah,
be
bad.
honest.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Even the Bucks shouldn't have lost to the Magic. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers Clippers don't make it the finals, and if the Bucks don't even make it the finals, we could see a Rockets Celtics finals.
Neither
I'm
would
just
I.
saying, it's a
If you
very
guys-
wild prediction,
One small thing.
but in this
If the
scenario,
Rockets-
it's possible.
If the Rockets
In this
continue
bubble,
playing
it's
like,
possible.
if the Rockets continue to play like how they're playing, I don't see any team that's beating them, bro. Like seriously.
No, I mean,
A Mike D'Antoni team is playing so well on defense, and they and
no,
once
I
they
don't
get
think that
that,
matters. I think what matters is the Lakers and Clippers, mate. They just haven't been playing well.
that's
If
true. Yeah.
But I think a Rockets
the Rockets
Lakers.
have been playing well,
I think a
but
Rockets
then
Lakers
the
series
Lakers at their
would-
best and the Clippers at their best are better than the Rockets at the best.
But I think
Yeah,
it-
100%.
I don't think it
That's all I'm
matters. I
saying.
think in the second round, even if the Lakers do win, I think the Rockets will beat them. That's my opinion. So I don't think the Lakers are making the finals anyway. But my predictions,
The
quickly
Rockets
just to
could,
finish
the
off.
way they're playing, the Rockets could. They catch 5. So,
Yep, you're right.
yeah,
And
what's your predictions? What do you think?
okay,
Mavs,
quickly to finish off, I think I'm just gonna say these and end this recording immediately. So guys, hang on to your hats. Mavs in 6, Blazers in 6. Thank you guys for watching the Full Court Press podcast. Thank you and see you next time.